Good evening all, how are we doing? Hope you're all well. Yeah. Pressed button, why did nothing happen? Press button again, nothing happened again. Computer says no, apparently. Oi, you! That works. It's gonna be one of those days. How are we all doing? Welcome to a brand spanking new shiny week. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Evening Ramon, first off the mark. Evening Mark. Evening Mark. Evening Ruben Kenshin. Hope everybody's doing well. Evening Skyrim. Root beer at the ready. Feet suitably planted up, I assume, as well. I hope so. Look, I'm sliding out of my chair, which is weird. Do something about this. Ugh. Can I get me purchase? Right. We are alive. Glasses are firmly stuck to my nose. Oh, don't be doing this to me. I cleaned you earlier. Okay, here we go again. But I have cooked since then. It does tend to result in all manner of shite sticking to them. It's a new week. Not had a weekend off. Or any rest at all. Matt? Shh. Good evening all, how are we doing? Here are you. Find me buttons and stuff. On the G&T tonight was a gift from somebody who was not a fan. I can understand why. It's a bit weird. Alright though. Maybe slightly perfumey. Not that it tastes like it, but I kind of smell. Still, should be good. Oh, my keyboard is asleep. Why is my keyboard asleep? Crayola. Could be like, okay, we'll put the game to sleep and see if I make my keyboard wake up again. Software is utter and shite. I'm not restarting the whole bloody computer now. Great keyboards, shit software. Be an advertising line for Corsair. Oh well, what can we do? No Fallout tonight. Tuesday, Thursday, as Noel aptly points out, Ramon. We might switch things up again when things pick up again. It's a bit quiet at the minute, so Fallout tends to be, I don't want to call it repetitive because I feel like that's a bit harsh, but I'm lacking a better word, you know? So, yeah, it's kind of flipped so that Fallout is 2 days and Remnant 3, assuming I can get 5 days in a week. Which doesn't always work out the way I intend, but you know. It's actually been kind of 2 and 2 lately, but that's fine. So, jumping into this, going to get my posterior firmly handed to me. I have zero doubts. Where's my button? There. Find it for looking. Yeah, a lot of editing to do. So, a lot of learning as well, Matt. Fair enough, yeah. That'll be happening for a while. Always the way. I did a lot of recording because you're feeling behind. Productive, like, productive is good. Glad to hear you're doing well now. Yeah, doing good. I had a nice weekend. Reasonably chill. It's been good. How are you doing, Papa? You alright? On the beer, always good. Brushing yourself on the commands, Matt. I need to go the other way. I need to head back into Yesha. I believe the world is called. So, return to the last checkpoint. So yeah, last time we headed out to a new world after defeating the Undying King, who turned out to be not very undying at all. And found this place inhabited with jungles and angry Mr. Tumnus and murder fairies and all manner of stuff like that. I think I can use this to just leave the dungeon. I came into this dungeon and there was a puzzle at the end of it. Supposedly somewhere there is a clue to... but leave dungeon. Supposedly somewhere there is a clue to solving the puzzle. Blowed if I know where though. So a little bending of the rules was required. But it went well nonetheless. We got a reward of some kind out of it. But I need to head down here. Oh wait, there's stuff up here. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go down this road, then hang a right. Then swing back round to the left. Okay. I use the term road extremely loosely. It's more like jungle path. See what trouble we get into on the way. See how our new rifle does out here. Because I haven't got my magical healing thing, but if I die with the rifle's ability charged, then it'll revive me. Urgent Strand. Yep. Angry Mr. Tumnus. Wait. Oh, I missed that. As I mentioned the other day, I've been playing a bit of Fallout 4 on the PS4. Casually. And there's a couple of things from 76 that are missing, but I think the biggest thing I'm missing is keyboard and mouse controls. Oh, there's a murder fairy. Much better. Good smoke, live stream, all good. Yep, sounds like a good evening to me. Sent a picture of a small Brotherhood camp. Nice. Where did you send it? Come on. So I know where to look out for it. Died in the shrub, so I can't get at your stuff. Right. How are we doing, Fairy? Alright? Ooh! I'm gonna leaf out of my book. I'll above shooting you in the legs if that's what it takes to stop you coming at me.
That was rough.
Yeah, it was fine. Didn't even get a scratch. Oh, there's a mill murder. Okay, I'll scratch that. That's where I need to go. Break out the big guns for that, lad. Email on the YouTube page. Fair enough. Sure, I'll find it. How did I miss this last time? Oh well, it's all good. They're left. We'll rest at the checkpoint. All my stuff back. Who's that way I want to go? Is there a checkpoint? You're not allowed in here.
Damn it!
Face plant my knees, why don't you? That's fine. No sneaky buggers invading checkpoints. Strange curio, huh? Strange object looks like it's separated from something else. Perhaps that isolation is of some importance. Many faces travelled with the dark pan from their homeland across the dark sea to the lush world of Yasha. He guarded them all that time, but in the end it was many faces who needed guarding. Ooh. Sounds like their guardian, and it might even be a key to that door. It doesn't open from the other side, which is also conceivable. Oh, so that's where I couldn't get, I think. Explains why I didn't explore this way. So, left path. Look to the left hand edge, follow it down to the exit. Okay. Where's the boat right now? I'm watching them flail. Good evening, Ian. How are you doing? Yeah, the outfit's definitely got a Van Helsing vibe to it, hasn't it, Ron? How do you mean, Ian? The game I'm playing the most? Kinda, yes. Or the first playthrough, or I don't know. You can mean several things there. Get out of it. Somebody hit me somewhere. Nice left here, will take me out of the area. Indiana Jones, boy. So here we go, on to the next zone, area, level, like that. Oh yeah, I forgot you could switch shoulder. That would be really disconcerting. Yeah, fun. Loads of different armors and stuff you can go for, but one of the drawbacks, I suppose, in some ways, to this game is it doesn't really encourage you to change your weaponry or your armor after you start, because you've been leveling it up for longer than everything else. So by the time you pick something new up, it's not as good as the thing you've been using for God knows how long. This is a there's a fog gate. That means this is a boss. Shrine of the Immortal. Doesn't sound promising. Okay, let's see how we do. I have no idea what to expect here. Survive the siege. Fight with the rebels, survive the siege. Nobody seems interested in hurting me right now. Oh, that guy does. This guy doesn't want to die. We were up here. Ooh, epic music though.
This ain't good.
Let's do that, buddy boy. Let's do that too. Concentration required. Make sure I don't get jumped by some of these guys all at once unexpectedly.
That bastard!
Eat lead, hobbit boy. Oh crap, there's a wizard. It's never good when there's a wizard. Don't say. Well, he just hit his mate. That always helps. Oh crap, now there's two of them. And I'm down. Well, that was challenging. But I was already dead. Oh, of course, I forgot my bloody gun gets me back up, doesn't it? Whoops. Oops. A lot longer than you thought it would be. It's decent length. Reasonable length for the style of game. And it's also effectively asks you to play it several times so that you can see everything, because it's somewhat randomised. You can re-roll the worlds and the layouts and stuff so that you can experience the whole thing looking different again and encounter different bosses, stuff like that. So there's a decent amount of content there. How are we doing, Steve? You alright? Some use out of this to make sure I can sure I've got my ability to revive when I need it. There's a guy who doesn't like me. I'm in the wrong freaking place here. Dude just speared his own friend. Oh, come on! Try to step around the corner there, it didn't work. Oh, I felt that. That guy's a weak spot, I don't know where it is. Okay, so it seems that this gun has a time-based recharge. This particular mod, rather. Ah, split second too late there. So he just got shot in the back by his mate, which is fine. I got shot in the back by his mate too. Quick, nice. Got him. Oh, there's a dude there. He's a dead dude now. Right, come at me then, wizard boy. Eat lead. Oh yes, I am in trouble. Ah, I need to dive this way because there's cover here. Okay, you keep throwing. Cool. I've got a plan. I don't know if it's going to work though. Run! Not going to work if I get absolutely rinsed. Apparently he's not getting staggered by this, which is unfortunate. I'm getting skewered though. That's slightly more problematic. I may have to retreat and swap my weapons out a bit. Actually, I could probably do that without retreating, thinking about it. Let's try that. Try the coach gun. This lad might be a little bit more effective. I hope. Pentieves style. A little bit, yeah. So I don't know what kind of siege this is, but... Oh, he's a friend. Wonderful. He ain't no friend of mine. Ow. He was shooting me as well. This might have been a bad decision.
Damn it!
Feel like that was a bit punchier. Killing before it hits the ground. Hobbit dodges, does he? Stop making your vomity noises at me. Expire already. I'm stuck in a corner with no stamina, which is not good. Right, because he's got no face, so that's fine. Come on, show me that melon again. Bless you. Sneaky git. Alright, the wizard's here.
And stay down!
Let's defeat the wizard. Ow! I felt that one. Ah, murdered. we'll get it done. It's definitely tough though. Different time to most of the usual ones though. It's usually one main boss, maybe a few hours. There's a lot of small ones coming at me in quick succession this time. Deja vu. Yeah, it's kind of this game in a nutshell. When it comes to death. Bright side, my power is recharged now. Oh, speared! There is a reason spears become ubiquitous weapons throughout the world and throughout history. It's not just a reason to make. Also bloody effective. He down, yes he is. Oh, no you don't. Better than I was expecting it to. Healing time. No, not the angry wizard again. I'm sorry, Gandalf. I need to shoot you in the face. It's a lie, it's only find that bloody crossbow. Right, there's another one somewhere. I need a lot more. I need a lot more stamina. Never mind, all out. Let me kill him. It's my healing circle, F off. Oh, I think I might have done it. Looks good. Looks like I was close then.
Speak, outsider. Who is it
Hello.
you serve?
Serve no one, whoever you do. What are my options? How may I go with no one? Still stuck in the swamp. Yeah, took a while to get through that boss really. Got there eventually, though. Yeah, it's fairly hardcore. Reasonably fast paced. Spirit of the reprobator hanging out. 'Tis now, Grey, yeah.
I suspect that is true. I know your kind. You are Poxeltech. Outsider.
Puxel. My kind before. Looking for one like me, good or bad. Met my kind before.
Long ago. A good friend.
Yes.
The Paxeltech Ford aided our cause. It is for him I speak to you at all.
Well then.
But Ford is gone now. They question him to find us.
Must be nice, since she's somewhat agreeable.
Your sympathy is welcome. A queen keeps him in her ziggurat. Ziggurat is easy to find. Ford is not.
I like that line. That's a good line. Ask some question. Why?
This one is Navun, once a sentry of the Empress herself. Now, leader of those who resist the nobility.
So we helped the rebel. Okay, fair enough. Why do you fight the nobles?
In truth, it is immortals we fight. The progenitors of the noble lines. The nobles themselves are deceived. The Empress gives them long life to serve her. To serve her, the nobles oppress the Pan. These slaves, the Kolket, are the true victims. They are raised believing they serve immortals, that their place is preordained. But immortality is a lie. The tree that gives the rulers life is dead. Though not all yet know it.
So if they're not immortal, they'll sooner or later find out that they're not immortal. How long have you known
For
Ford?
many turns. One of your centuries, perhaps. Nobles trapped
Not
his
that
men
old,
in a cave.
unless they've kept him alive.
Slaughtered everyone.
No, it's not that
At
old.
least this is what we thought. I found Ford far from the cave. Wounded. Near death. I healed him. Helped him return home. I wish I could help him now.
Begin.
But too much is at stake.
Well,
It is me they want. Ford understands this.
can't go in because if she does, gets caught, end of rebellion. Bigger picture. Fun times. Evening, Ancient. How are we doing? Keep the rent down. And it's appreciated, Grey, I think. You were close. If you met him a century ago, how old are you? More at the point, how old's he? Because he's not that bloody old, I think. Why would an immortal turn away from immortality? You were
Yes.
close?
He returned many times. Gave us aid. Weapons, strategies, knowledge from his world. He said his America was familiar with rebellion. Last time he came was 20 terms ago. He said he would stay. Live with us. Even fight alongside us.
I expected to make friends
I
here.
was glad. Very glad. But nobles knew. Ambushed him. Took him. He does not return.
Sounds rather upset about that. But if she's known him for a significant proportion of a century, that would make sense.
I was a sentry of the Empress and shared in the fruit of life. I have lived hundreds of your years. It is many turns since I ate the fruit. Yet even now I age only slowly.
Pros and cons to that, I'm sure. So why would immortals stop being immortal?
That is a long story. Do you really want to hear it?
Gotta admit, I'm curious.
For ages upon ages, the Empress controls the nobility by controlling the Thayan, the Tree of Life. Fruit of the Thayan makes them immortal. But the tree is long dead. A secret known only to the Empress's house. The nobles suspect, but so long as they receive fruit preserved in the Empress's storehouse, they do not question. I knew this, despised this, yet I continued to serve. Immortality is a seductive master.
I wouldn't have given it up. Doing the right thing's more important. Don't know what I would have done. The obvious answer.
A noble thought. Difficult when faced with reality. Supplies dwindled. Nobles grumbled, quibbling over a lie, while remote villages suffered. I saw their suffering. I did nothing. Finally, to appease the nobles, the Empress accused the village Zoka of stealing. I was among those sent to execute them. The villagers were innocent. Families. Children. I turned on my Empress that day. I fight her ever since.
Okay, that makes sense. Not that long a story. Tax on tea, indeed. It's more like sending them the bill for services rendered, really, though, wasn't it?
I wish you well, Paxeltech.
So, find Ziggurat and we will find Ford. And we've got a triage trait. Ooh. Healing effectiveness increased. A dragon shard thingamajig heals me 100% every time anyway, unless I get hit midway through. So, it won't affect that, but it might affect my other heal. And it'll heal faster, which would be good. That would be nice. Where did we get to? We're working on stamina costs coming down, weren't we? And possibly some of the other stuff as well going up, but I think stamina costs coming down so that I can dodge more. It's probably a good move. Stamina regen's all handy. Reduce the cost a bit. Having stamina come back a bit faster, good. I think I'll do stamina regen for a bit. And then we'll sort of split between these two and see where we go from there. Scary ass noises. Alright. So, push on this way and see what we can see. We're looking for a ziggurat. Who's better? Fighting Tolkien. At the very least, a tough decision. And there's the exit. So, yeah, looking for a big ass ziggurat. Choop, choop, choop. I imagine we're going to have to fight this supposedly immortal Empress sooner or later. But I get the sneaking suspicion she might be involved with the root somehow. Or possibly that the reason this tree is dead is because the root killed it. There was something about a guardian on this world. Definitely remember hearing that. Scalding Glade. I feel like they've just got like two hats, one full of adjectives and one full of locations, and they just pull a word out of each. And there's your location name. Tiny bit harsh, perhaps. Right, so there's a space over here that is close off square. Square, I'm guessing? Yeah, right. I don't know what that is, but isn't any more. This is a square with not very much in it. Okay, we've got hardened iron, which is cool. It's amusing when they hit the mates. Ow! That's amusing when they hit me.
Stay down!
Oh, it's over.
Yeah. And if that's true, I'm a monkey's uncle. Ahem. Sectoid dragon type dude. Oh, now I've got it's nice. I have 16 boxes of spare ammo. Server not responding. Well, it'll get a solid reset in a few days. Week tomorrow. At least it should smooth out for a while though. I've noticed a few issues myself. I'd log out and try a different server if you have any issues though. Sometimes there are some that have been up for less time, you might have a bit more luck with it.
This ain't good.
I think I may be leaking. No, I'm not. Monkey what? If that's the end of the fighting, I'm a monkey's uncle. No kind of gamer at all. Well, there has to be combat in the game. If you suddenly disappeared from this one, I would be a tad on the surprised side. That looks like a wizard. Oh my god, there's two of the buggers. Well, reload then, you dumbass!
I'm in trouble. Damn it.
I shot you as well! Just die already! Right. Whew. It wouldn't have been if you'd reloaded a little bit faster. Yeah. The heel's gone away. You were dead in it, huh? Ha! Ducked it. Whew. Right.
Oh, that was rough.
I did get a little bit hairy. Even say hirsute. They're probably not losers. Okay. So I've got a whole load of stuff down here and a whole load of stuff out there. Feeling going left is going to be a smaller area. Just a hunch, but I've got a feeling. Talking in code now. Talking in adjectives, I think. Somebody barked at me. Be him. Close to this wizard nice and quick.
Come on, come on.
Observant fellow, wasn't he? So, we have a gateway there. Go out on a limb and say... Sorry, bad pun. So it's a dungeon, that one. It's the way forward, will probably be further round. Open area here. Looks big enough. It's not that big enough. Kind of cave with dungeon here. Or new area anyway.
Damn it!
You have to reload every so often. It happens.
How's that, you bastard?
Now, I'm convinced this character of mine thinks she's playing cricket. Gotcha. Didn't fool me that time. What's Zelda practice on? Frustrating. Frustrating or frustrating? Well, I was looking at a tree, guy. Those are just trees in general. There's a lot of going out on a limb in this place. Not quite as much as if you're on Kashyyyk. Ah, okay. I think. Somewhat figuring out what's going on here. Doesn't look like a cigarette. Got a dead end. Another one. No way around. Dude playing music. Now I suspect this tune will be the clue to one of the puzzles, either the one we've just done, the one we did last time, or another one coming up. What I read while I was utterly confused. Like, let's see, one of the bosses will be a branch manager. 10 points, Gray, fully approve. Birders are playing as a tree. crap out of a few of them. Kind of hoping they'd hit Dragonborn a little bit. That was some poor shooting. In doubt. There's a coach gun at point blank range.
Stay down!
Another trait point. We are leveling up reasonably swiftly at the moment. So there's... Came in here and I couldn't get into this space, so this whole section out here is not accessible. Went this way. This is supposed to be a lower level. And there's this. I'm guessing it's going to loop around and connect back to here, so I guess. Goodies, nice. Oops. Guess I had no health. Oh well. On we go. Try that again without the dying. Steam actually suggested a game to me that which reminded me of talk about branch managers, right? Specifically, the game was Evil Bank Manager. I didn't look very much into it, but like an interesting concept. Hold on a minute. Over the room with Wi-Fi. Fine. I don't even know if that's available. Probably is, but I bet it costs a fortune. So I can't go through there. That's cool. Keep an eye on my health. Really want a grenade. Nail him.
Stay down!
Apparently they don't like being asked a question. It's like a riveting bit of roleplay. It's an odd concept, I've got to admit, guys. Something's doing some heavy breathing around it.
over.
For the next 30 seconds or so, yeah. Right, this is where I met my untimely end. Oh, that's a post, not a bad guy. Those are bad guys.
This ain't good.
No, it's not. Right. Do like that healing power. You can repeat speeches from protagonists almost as much as Dragon Age 2. Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it? Mind you then, well, this one is not a massive budget game, so... Weirdo, it considers this a big open space, even though there's a massive tree in the middle. Oh! Could have invaded some poor tribe's village again.
It's over.
In a canoe. Been ages since I played Dragon Age 2. Bit rushed, that game. Not a bad game, but a bit rushed. Never actually got around to Dragon Age Inquisition. Still on the must-play list, but I've never got around to it. Oh, it's a wizard again. Dead wizard. Nobody about us when they get shot in the face with a shotgun at point blank range. The papa. Oh. Dude just took 4 axes in the back because he walked in front of his mates. Not the best AI, but it is funny. Gotta admit, I don't mind.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, I probably will stream Inquisition at some point, Rooney. I will probably work through the first 2 first. But, yeah. Been ages since I played either. Be up there in a minute, as soon as I figure out how to get there. Ziggurat behind it? No. That could be a ziggurat. Could be. Diddy one, but it could be one. Rich with the money budget, impoverished on the time budget. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Right? They did rush it out. I get the desire to try something new and so on and so forth. It was interesting ideas, but yeah, it needed a lot more time. Not that they released it unfinished so much as they released it to a deadline that limited the scope of their ambition, I think. Simulacrum. Yeah. Still need to complete Inquisition. Never even started it yet, and I bought it on launch, so can't for the life of me remember why, but something distracted me from oh yeah, I do remember why. So I bought it on launch with the intention of picking up a better computer shortly afterwards, and didn't pick up a better computer for about 5 years. Something like that. And the computer I had at the time would not. Not in the slightest. Whew. One of your favourite franchises there. This is interesting. Yeah, I know what you mean, Gray. Not being the chosen one superhero badass was a pleasant change. Guess I'm not going after the guys that shop. Where am I? Just get me over there? Yeah, that looks more like it. After all, that didn't drop anything. Unless I've already been here. Yeah, I'm so deeply... Yeah, because there's two sides of the same thing. Duh. How is this the same path? Like, this is not in any way the same path. There are multiple levels, there's... Not the best mini-map design. He's playing a bit of Mass Effect, so which one? Picking up Mass Effect 2 to follow on from our year-old now playthrough of Mass Effect 1 before too long. Playing a ziggurat, I don't know what it is. Yes, fog gate down there. We must be able to force the first person thing there. I think at this day and age, any developers who do not put photo mode in their game need it badly. A general principle. Same way it has to be like anything too over the top or anything, but you know. Sound paddling, you know. Teach them a lesson, make sure they don't do it again. Mass Effect 1 is the only one you've got at the moment. Definitely got the best story, Mass Effect 1, by a country mile. So I want to check these two things out really before I go through there. I think going through here will take me back out round. One of these might, but I'm not it. A long way. Either way, it's going to be a ball ache of a long way, so. Tally ho and all that. No photo made, that's a paddling. Exactly great. That's a dead end that doesn't show up on the minimap either. Who has the best DLCs? I don't think I could separate the DLCs out clearly enough. So, yeah, I think you're probably right there. So he probably does have the best DLCs. There's certain story archetypes that show up in Mass Effect 1 better than the other games. It really just captures those sort of story archetypes that appear in just about every culture, is the theory, and it nails that. It's, in a sense, not a totally original story, and the elite person working for the good guys turns to become the boss bad guy, but or one of them ends up working for the big evil and becomes the main bad guy of the game, story, whatever, but I feel like I moved sideways out of the line of that and it hit me anyway. But yeah, it was just done so well. Really engaging story, cool characters, set the scene very well for the world as well. Pity didn't age a bit better, really. Shots I've seen of the remaster, it still shows its age to a degree, but I think that was always going to happen, so. Oh, one of Matt's games. Looking at old school there. OG reference. Thank you.
Come on.
Ah, missed me. And died. Lost twice, buddy. Yeah, definitely well timed, Matt. Mind you, Mass Effect 3 got kind of panned a bit more than it deserved, I think, as well. It wasn't a perfect game by any stretch. I don't believe in such things. But I don't think it deserves the stick it got either. Looks cool. Materials. 37 harden up. Push on a bit further. It's not very demon with health, and managed to get something. It's the strongest wicked chest I've ever seen. It needs a separate punishment for a separate infraction. And yet it does feel like an appropriate one here. Kind of baffles me why they wouldn't feel like I'm on some weird combination of Kashyyyk and Endor here. Yeah, it does seem like a strange thing that you go all this effort to create such a pretty game and then not provide a decent means for screenshotting it. I mean, I'm sure they were focused on other things, but, you know. Evening, Arian. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope you are. Smash your antique pots or something, buddy. That reloaded ages ago. Impressive throw for a dude moving sideways and spinning through the air.
It's over.
Andromeda had potential. Yeah, definitely. I think the later Mass Effect games, for me, struggled a bit with their implementation of biotics. In that they felt like biotics felt relatively useless. You can spec into biotics, but you won't be able to actually affect anybody with shields or armour until somebody else has stripped that shield and armour away. Okay. But if you spec into tech, you can strip both shield and armour away and dish out a brutal amount of punishment once they're gone as well. So why would you spec into anything else? Back to the bear came in. Okay, so this guy gets grenades, but I don't. Not fair. Hell no it ain't. Go on, let's get round the corner so I can pop a heal. Can we... That's twice now I've tried to change guns and it just hasn't changed.
It's over.
Glad you're doing well, Ariane. We're busy with the uni and other projects. Seems like a reasonable reason for absence to me. I think we'll allow it. Ah! Get off. Eat lead if I can actually get the crosshair on. How it has gone suspiciously quiet. Been in here before? Oh, it looks the same. Pretty cool, eh? Andromeda has an evolution of the movement system in Mass Effect 3, and they took it even further with Anthems. Does that mean Dragon Age 4? Riding dragons, of course, Grey. Taming and riding dragons. But we'll see. Yeah, Anthem, I have to admit, is a game that made me sad. It is such a sorry set of circumstances. affecting what had the potential to be an absolute blinder of a game. Also, their decision to make it so groups and multiplayer centric and not solo, and very, very, very different solo. Well, it's also a poor one, but yeah, I wish that had worked out because it was such a cool concept. Oh well. Who knows? Mind you, the jump jets figured in Andromeda, and they were quite fun. Made it a bit more platform in some ways. Maybe they'll take some of the ideas from some of the verticality, perhaps, from Anthem and move it into the next Mass Effect when the time comes. That would be cool. Evening, Stash, how are we doing? Eating up your free time. Yeah, you Neil do that. And it gets worse as it goes on as well. These universities and professors and such not realise that we don't go to university to study, we go to university to drink beer and have a good time. So inconsiderate. You sort their priorities out. Who the fuck needs an education after all? No, don't listen to me. Please don't listen. Okay. This is very cool. I make this thing work here. Yeah, boy! Know what time it is? Make your own photo mode time. Can, eh? That one? Cool, not quite what I'm going for. Why is there no door? Because apparently doors are really quite hard to do. So they say. Grab as many decent shots as I can while I've got the opportunity, seeing as how long we're going to get the opportunity, I don't know. Very pretty tree, though. Let that go. That'll do. Get back to murder. Dragon Age 4 has more dragons than previous games. Yeah, there are not many dragons, are there? The first two, there's only like 2 or 3. Mind you, in my somewhat brief Dungeons and Dragons experience, there was a very limited number of dragons in that as well. There's climbing in Daggerfall. Interesting thought. One day I'll have to get around to playing the early Elder Scrolls games. I've got them all, I think. I don't know. I think I've even got Morrowind, so, which was the one I was unsure about. The only one I'm not sure if I've got on PC might be Oblivion. I might not have Oblivion on PC. But I definitely had it on PS3 and I played that. So, but yeah, I might have to go back as far as the first couple, just because I know they'll be very, very different and be a curious thing to experience. Not expecting something life-changing, but I've seen some shots from probably Daggerfall, but
Stay down!
Anthem, as bad as they say, Ian. Anthem had a lot of cool stuff in it. It had a few bugs, which were not massively troubling to me as a Bethesda player, but the map, sort of the entire game world, was really quite small and condensed based on what I played of it. And its focus on being a multiplayer with no very limited ability for the big content to be played solo was a problem. And then obviously with the other issues it has, its expansions and further development, which could have made a big difference, didn't happen. So that was my take on it. I know what others had different opinions, but I tried to dodge there and completely effed it up, and I don't really know why. Ooh, you move quick. You're not very clever. Oh! You sneaky bit! Look away for 5 minutes, chat goes nuts. Yeah, that's about the reaction I had there, Matt. Yeah, that's a fair description for it as well, Gray. So it's a real pity it didn't have a bit more to it. The potential of Anthem was huge. The world was gorgeous. Like, the verticality was fantastic. The javelins, the seats were absolutely awesome. And the exploration and the flying was cool. Gunplay was good. Just needed more to do in a bigger map. Which, yeah, and slightly fewer bugs, but like I say, those didn't trouble me too much because I'm a Bethesda player. As long as the game is not literally unplayable. And I know people are quick to use the phrase, but I am not. Then I can get past a few bugs. Loving the Endor Elvish Forest location. I'm liking it as well. Think about playing it for yourself at some point. Well, I would say it's fun. Definitely an enjoyable game. If you like, it's like think Dark Souls, but not as difficult, basically. I mean, you can turn the difficulty up, which is a significant difference from Dark Souls. But otherwise... As for self-promotion, I don't mind references. So it's not absurd, you know. There's a point at which it becomes impolite, and there I might have an issue. But other than that, yeah, don't worry about it. I think he had a third shot on him there.
This ain't good. Oh shit!
Shoot! Not fucking fanny around! How does a guy with two massive ass pots on his head do a backflip? On his back, rather. Yeah, today, Serge. Have a good night. Ryan doesn't find any security stuff in RPG ever. Very, very old school, the older ones. That doesn't surprise me too much, but... As long as it's somewhat easier to figure out what the hell's going on in than the early Fallouts are, I'll be fine with it.
It's over.
Deeply confused, lost, and turned around, right? We head back to somewhere I actually recognise. Okay. So I came out this way, I think. Did some murdering, and I think I turned around and went the other way, didn't I? There's that. That's an exit in it, okay. Potion stacking. Yeah, I never really got good at doing that, to be honest. I think I'll have to relearn to a degree is the use of consumables when I get round to playing The Witcher, which is the plan for this summer. Or I plan to play The Witcher, the first one, not at the point, on stream this summer. Yeah. Surprises notwithstanding anyway. If something comes out of the blue and takes over, then maybe not, but... I've been meaning to for ages, so... Warren was amazingly good when it came out, but it hasn't aged well. Yeah. That tends to be the way with Bethesda's games, I think, to be honest now. And even at the time they launched, it's rare for Bethesda to put a game out with particularly outstanding graphics, shall we say. Not to take a dump on them. Big amazing worlds, amazing stories, awesome characters. But the highest possible graphical fidelity is not what they... Yet to try The Witcher 3 on a new gaming rig. I've had The Witcher 3 for probably 2 years in my Steam library at this point, and I'm holding off because I want to play 1 and 2 first. Played most of the first one. Partly because I want to have the background, partly because I know if I play The Witcher 3 I will be much less inclined to go back and play the previous ones because it's such an upgrade, what I understand. Right, I think we've cleared this area out now. Enough, Ian. I hope your shoulder's feeling better soon. Have a good night. Rest up and all that. See you soon, Ian. Help with securing PC pass from uni. Always nice. Yeah, it's hard to develop a game on a PC that won't run. Yeah, it's hard to develop a game on a PC that won't run it, so it does make sense there. In fact, to be honest, you probably need a significantly more powerful PC than the final recommended specs for the game. On account of having to play it pre-optimised, you know. Pre-fine-tune. I two militant potheads now. Isn't that a bit of a contradiction in terms, Greg? Potheads and militant. I think they got the energy for that, haven't they? We've got a boss coming up, I think. Which one would be an awesome stream to see? Yeah, I had a crack a while ago doing it as a Let's Play series, but it's... Let's Plays are one of those things, it's very, very difficult to get them off the ground now. And I'm not really in a position to take the hit that just bulling on through anyway would do. So, yeah, let's go back and upgrade before we go on to this boss fight. So, yeah. Well, they're not doing so well. We'll have to... that was about a year ago now as well. We'll stream it instead, which will be fun. Never seen the first one. Yeah, it's cool. The story's great. And it's aged better than a lot of games of its era, which is cool. Controls... It needed some work. They got some work in subsequent games. And The Witcher 2 had similar issues. But...
Oh, traveller.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to playing it.
Let's see what I've got.
You haven't seen or played it either, Matt? Like I say, Mass Effect's up next, and unless something spectacular changes, my plan is to do The Witcher 1 after that. Upgrade my coach gun, which I've kind of fallen back to because it's just so blood. Oh, to get this to level 20, I need a simulacrum. Oh! I guess I will, and I won't bother with the health upgrade then. There we go. That's my coach gun, my starting gun, starting long gun, upgraded to maximum. 306 damage a shot. Plus any bonuses and headshot damage and anything like that. Spot damage. So... my secondary gun is the pew pew, isn't it? Bit of fire. All I'm getting out of that. Hatchet. Look at the armour.
Be safe out there.
Bit of extra armour and max out my coach gun.
I'm not in the mood for chat.
Need to focus on my armour and then on my other choices of guns as well, which... and my hatchet. Your engine, let's get excited for Tales 6 and Fallout 5. Yeah, I'm looking forward to both of those, but I think a significant amount of patience is going to be required. If Starfield comes out this year, then the soonest we could expect Tales 6 would be 2024 at the absolute earliest, which would mean 2027 for Fallout 5 at the absolute earliest. If you don't get Starfield 2 in that slot, which you probably, but yeah, the patience will be required. Thing is, if Starfield doesn't come out this year, and it's still a bit of an open question, probably going to come out in November. Probably. But it's a new IP, so they might want extra time to work on it. But if it doesn't come out this year, then that's at least another year on 36 and Fallout 5. Plus, that's assuming they spend 3 years on those two games. They might spend more than 3 years on those two games. So it's a bit of an open question. But at the same time, Bethesda's team has expanded, as has the money they've got to throw at expanding it further. So I think 3 years is probably a safe bet. Witcher 2 and then 3 on console. Yeah, I think Witcher 2 raised the profile very significantly. It raised the graphical standard quite noticeably and the gameplay style quite significantly as well. Plus Witcher 1's only a PC game as far as I'm aware, which is the other thing. Console opens up to a much larger audience. It does cause me pain playing on consoles these days though. Sorry. PC snob over here. Your Let's Play struggle as well most episodes. Yeah. The major difference with the situation you're in, Matt, though, is as much as it's disappointing, disappointment is about the extent of the impact, I would think, at this stage. When you get a little bit further along, and if a video doesn't do well, it not only impacts you, much as I hate to put it on these terms, income, and also income generated from other videos because it knocks them back down the YouTube priority list a little bit. That sucks. You need a bit more of a safety net. That's where I am at the minute. I haven't got the safety net to risk those lower view videos any more than very, very occasionally. So that's why I'll be doing it as a stream. It's also one of the reasons why the secondary reason why I tend to put my streams unlisted. Yeah, it was just about a year, just after COVID kicked in, because I went unofficially full time at that point when I went on to furlough, and then had more space to try and fill up in a week with videos, so I thought I'd have a crack at that. Kind of got a predictable result, I guess. I'm thinking there might be something stashed back there. Previous rig was dying every time you tried to render anything bigger than a rock variant. Yeah, kind of a nightmare. A week till for 76 Season 4 starts. Yes, it'll be next Tuesday afternoon. Week tomorrow. In a bit now. Yeah. Well, it's not so much the impact on the channel, it's just, you know, man's got to wait, and if the funds don't come in, that gets a little bit difficult. No, well, obviously it'll reduce the scale in either scenario for you, Matt, but it's not impacting your monthly income, then it's less significant whatever happens. Like I say, I hate putting it on those terms, but as I say, man's got to eat. Right. Was this a new map or a boss? This is a boss area. This is very cool, though. Go and press my back up against this fog gate. I get a cool look at this. Options. I was going to see if I could not bother faffing with the HUD there, but I'm going to need to. Because my stamina bar is a bit too long. Oops. I think that's a bit big for the map. Yeah, 50% will do nicely. Right then. Crikey, it's toasty up here. Sweet man, Matt. Yeah, I thought you did. Oh, this looks interesting. That's Stormcaller. A very healthy angry wizard. Stop chasing me! Get off! Ah, that's interesting. I was trying to dodge there and nothing happened. When you play Witcher 3, if you need a Gwent tutorial, know a guy who made a good one. Yeah, I was sort of making a mental note of that guy. And Matt. Yes, I do have to keep it in those minds, in those terms, but yeah, the last thing on earth I ever want to do is be in it for the money, is it? It's just as well, really. But yeah, the minute I'm see myself in that light, will be the minute it's time to hang up the hat, figuratively speaking. Just, yeah, not an attitude I can get behind. Never has been. Much to the shock of some of my employers, actually, over the years. What do you mean you don't give a shit about money? I mean, I expect you to give a shit about how much I make, preferably giving me money, but it's not my priority. Really confused employers saying that. Or variations on it. Harsh climate to survive in the YouTube. It's, I don't know about harsh, but yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah, it's a lot of work, definitely. But it's a hell of a lot of fun as well, which goes a very long way. Anybody who's done a job they hate is compared it to a job they liked will know.
Oh shit!
See how you deal with fire, buddy. Not very well, apparently. Run! Something was stopping me dodge there. I don't know if it's because my stamina was too low, I didn't see, or if it's I felt like something was holding my feet. That was weird. So I know he doesn't like fire very much. Who does? Anybody likes a flamethrower to the face. What a plan now. Elemental trait will come in handy here. Sadly, not one I spec'd into. I appreciate it, Aaron. Somewhat intense boss. This one's actually kind of chill compared to some of them earlier on.
Oh shit!
my scheme didn't work. So I guess I'll fall back to plan A in the interim. Getting up in his face and spraying him with fire was fine, apart from the fact that I then had to tank damage that I just can't tank. If I'd gone into a more tanky type build, I might be able to do that, but I've gone high stamina rather than anything else. I still don't have enough stamina. Never come across as being in it for the money. Just as well. Yes, I would agree with that. Needing to make money and needing to pay the bills versus seeking money for its own end is very different. I need 360-degree vision. Ooh, Stormcaller. I thought I tickled. Oh, that sucks. That does a lot of damage very, very quickly. Oof. Yeah, it's, there are advantages to not doing it for a main job. Bedtime calling on. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Catch you tomorrow, I hope. We're back onto Fallout tomorrow. Bit more money for the Game Pass. Well, we'll see what happens in the next few months.
More bad news.
Share the channel far and wide. Ow. That dude doesn't seem to have a range limit, which is kind of annoying. A bomb-wielding friend, I mean. Ooh. Oh, that one burned the hair on the back of my head. I could see the explosion going off in front of me. I didn't realise it came out in multiple places at once. Nice jump. I suppose there's an inside somewhere that I can go for. Just noticed I didn't have any health then. I was like, oh dear. Didn't have much chance of that one. That'll be a job and all, but there are perks to it not being there. Yeah, definitely. Financial security has its upsides for sure. We're in it for the money. Oh. Let's see if this is a bit more effective. There's a bit more range on it than my coach gun's got.
Here they come. Oh shit!
Anybody know how I did that? Welcome back. I didn't know I could zoom into a scope like that. I need to work out how I did that. That's double right click. That's a weird feeling. I'm fine with it. But now I know it's a thing, that's cool. That is a really cool scope. Gaining range, but I've just decided I like this gun a lot more actually. Yeah, gaining range but sacrificing some healing ability. Because neither of these mods can be changed out, so...
Now what?
Where'd he get to? There he is. About face, my friend, and then I can see yours. Holy crap! Apparently being inside does not protect me from being hit by lightning. You'd think it might. Can I get up, please? That would be great and helpful. They're shooting on me, please. Come on. Damn. Woo! Get in there. Cool. Got the med off. Got him! Oh!
It's over.
So, yeah, that was a strategy. Keep my distance. Whew. Yeah. Keep my distance and make sure I'm steadily moving, but not too quickly so I don't run out of stamina against the lightning coming down. But his forward attacks travel quite quickly, or some of them do. So being close to him was kind of a problem there as well. Ooh, double clicking to zoom in, yeah. Not the biggest fan, it's a weird thing. I mean, you zoom in anyway with a single. Double tap to go all the way into scope. Not that I'm sure what the alternative so you could have both with. I think you'd just lose that one, to be honest, altogether. But in this game, actually, being able to have that intermediate stage is quite good, because it's reasonably accurate. Accurate enough. But it also allows me to see what's going on a lot more. Because obviously if I do that, field of view has just disappeared, so... Yeah, that went well. Yeah, there's a lot of Lovecraftian stuff in this. The earliest areas in particular had that vibe going. A little bit less so up this end, but the beginning of the game definitely had some of that vibe going. It's cool though. Cool zoom mechanic in Sniper Elite. We pull the left trigger ADS and look through the scope. If you only half bullet, you aim without using the scope. That's... I'm guessing, Grey, that's kind of what they're going for here. I mean, it's kind of intuitive once you know about it, and if you were to practice and get used to it, then you just go boom, don't need to. Weirdly though, that's actually slightly faster to look down the scope, I think. Certainly not any slower. That takes quite a while to get that process to tighten up fully. Not sure if that's faster or not, but there's not much in it, which you'd expect zooming in to take a lot longer. Evening, Simbot. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Evening, Stella. Hope you're well. Here's Grey. Yeah, you had a good stream today. Back on Fallout 4, Stella. A long old day. Seems to be my weekend, that. Waking up ridiculously early on the weekend. Then Monday rolls around and I end up having to lie in. Go figure. Because I make total sense, honest. Hang on. 20 past 10. Okay. So this is where the trader was. So we're back in the earlier part. So that we'd turn up behind that gate eventually. That's it. We can explore around that way after we've opened the gate up. Around to my left. This is cool. Verdant Strand. Yeah, this is back where we were at the start of the stream. Tickling my arm. Now I know about that, I'm feeling a lot better about this gun. I want to specialise in that next time. concentrate on upgrading it, rather. Here's that door. Can I open it from this side? Looks rather like it. Chug, 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 chug. What a pity. That would make such a great view if, like, through that door, if we could get the character out of the way and the camera down nice and low through that door. A great picture. This game with no photo mode. It's a good game, but curses. Not safe. Kill nearby enemies. Doing that through a scope would have been bad. Anybody else want to interrupt my chill time? No? Okay, I'll have to sit down then. Typical, isn't it? I max out my coach gun and then immediately run into a boss that the coach gun is no good for.
I wasn't. The Pixel Tech. Is there something I can help it find? It is wise to seek me.
There was this shock. That might have been helpful. To some degree, anyway. Golden plum. Regenerate health. Don't really need anything there. Armor is pretty. There's no helmet to go with, at least not from here.
It will tell me if it finds anything of value, yes?
Picked something up, didn't I? Blood Fonter's health regeneration goes up slightly and healing is more effective. Deceiver's Band. Evade speed and movement speed increases 10 seconds after pulling a slide. There's land. Keeper's Ring. That was the one I found. Increases resistance to all elemental damage. Also been useful. I'll keep things as they are. I've still not found anything better than the bonuses I've had from the beginning of the game, really. Not anything I want more, anyway. So we'll carry on a little loop and see what's up here. One eye on the clock. Well, I'm confusulated. Nothing down here, is there? Nope, just a dead end. Where I came from. This is also a dead end pretending to be something else. Done that one today. Came out of here. Did this one last time. That's the entrance to the planet. Isn't. No, it is. That's mighty confusing. Decidedly confused. There are quite a few outfit options out there, Gray. The ones I have picked up... Alright, I've got... That's the one you start out with when you first load in, before you pick up your main one. I picked up the Ikari garb. Well, that's the one I picked up first. This is just a reskin of it. And I picked up the Slayer's Mantle as well. There are others out there, and they have different bonuses. Problem is, as you can see from the stats, you upgrade your first armour almost straight away, and you keep upgrading as you go along. So everything else is kind of a setback to upgrade it to a similar level. Which is the one big problem. It's kind of the same with guns as well. Like, you can upgrade, you can switch to something else, but you have to kind of step back until you manage to upgrade it to the same level as stuff you've had from the beginning of the game. Almost no advantage to Martyr's Garden. Yeah, there's almost no advantage to changing your stuff out. Except having a bit of extra range via Ruin here. I don't think there's a vast number of outfit options, but there are a good few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably 10 or 12 maybe. But I do like the outfit as well, so there is that. Oops. And welcome back. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty much, Gary, yeah. Like, compared to the size and type of the game, I think the amount of outfits available is fine. But yeah, because you start investing in it early, it quickly outperforms almost everything else, unless you're willing to take a temporary hit. Or you don't invest in it. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Matt. Yeah, I picked up a couple, but... Fuzzy-lated. Most Dark Souls games have a similar problem, I think. That doesn't surprise me a lot. I felt Dark Souls itself didn't have that quite the same extent. But... where this is going to put me now. Very limited numbers and investment over heaps of trash. I can understand that. Okay. Come back here. So yeah, I remember we went in through this tree trunk, didn't we? And then explored miles off down this way. So that was a world boss. I need to head over here next. Probably take me out here. Okay, so forward and down to the right. That worked. Those weird axe things to the face. Is there a... We'll see if there was a checkpoint here that I could use, because I took way more damage on that than I should have done. Got it. Code Vein did it quite well because it's a defensive class system. I don't know enough about the game to make a comment on that. On balance, I think the amount I know about Code Vein is next to nothing. I'm thinking about it. Some of this. I'm liking this gun more now. If I cry out loud, leave it over. So I do wish I could put my area heal on it. Totally missed this thing. What I get. An awesome scope view. It is pretty cool, that mystical magical thing. The whole gun's quite cool, right? Look at it. An awesome prop. Sounds cool, there, ain't? Yeah, played a bit of Diablo 3. Didn't get that far with it, I don't think. But it's an interesting idea. Very anime style. Yeah, not entirely my taste, that thing. Selected for Territory Ringmaster and Diablo. Surprisingly accurate for a burst fire gun, actually. And the bullets stay on a pretty consistent line, which is good. Eat lead, Gecko. Hot fiery lead. Well, they remind me of the geckos from New Vegas. Just decided.
It's over.
Wait for 1 and 2. Yeah, exactly, Matt. That's what I was thinking. Well, outfit would get quite well. Am I going the right way here? I am. I took damage for that. Oh, that's peeved me off. Okay, I'm going to heal now. Part dragon, part gecko. Did I get him? Yes. Diablo 1 was the only one you enjoyed. I heard good things about the reputation of Diablo 2, but 3 was the only one I played. Had some interesting ideas, but I don't know. I might enjoy it more if I was playing with somebody, I think, on reflection. Maybe one day. Six miles into the summer. Looked for Diablo Immortal despite the backlash. I remembered that vaguely, but I can't remember what it was. Was it like a mobile version of the game or something? People went batshit because they wanted a new full entry and didn't get it. Still remember it 15 years later. Yeah. I still remember and still enjoy, in fact, playing Baldur's Gate 2, and that was one of the earliest PC games I played. If not the first, it would have been the second. So I was thinking I might have to wrap up here, but judging by the scale of this map, I think this place might be small, so we'll see what happens. All of pretty cool. Oh, ha 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 ha. Yeah. Burden of the follower. Some of these guys sound like they're going to vomit. Others sound like me trying to get out of a chair. Give me a melon. Excuse me? Yeah, that was just a bad shot. Learned my lesson from last time when one jumped on there and I killed him. I couldn't get his loot.
It's over.
I do this every time and shortly afterwards you get attacked. Stop saying it. Jinxing me. It's the mobile one coming out, yeah. Four-player dropping co-op. Yeah, pissed because they wanted Diablo 4, which we're now getting anyway. Yeah, it's just... people are like that. It's a knee-jerk reaction in the wrong direction. Tried a bit of mobile gaming in the past, but it's never really stuck with me. Heal nice and quick. Can I please just hit you? Nimble buggers, these guys.
It's over.
Like Bowman, peek everywhere. I think that's a reference I'm familiar with. Unless I'm completely forgetting something, but... need to play it on phone remakes casually. Yeah, so there's a few things that have caught my interest with mobile gaming, but nothing that's ever... nothing that's ever held it on. Tried, mind you, only 3 games I'm aware of that I've played on my phone. Any significant amount were Fallout Shelter, which I enjoyed, but I got a little bored of. Elder Scrolls Blades, which was way too typical mobile pay to win. It was definitely a pity after seeing. I think there was one of you guys up here after. Fallout Shelter, which was much lighter touch with its monetization. And the only other thing I played was concentrating Sonic the Hedgehog that I played back on the Mega Drive like a million years ago. Because that tiny little game now runs just fine on mobiles, but it runs really well on mobiles. But, yeah, never stuck with any of them for particularly long. Invest in a Switch. My other half picked a Switch up, but I think I've played it for like an hour with her so far. About it. Maybe a bit longer. Not a big Nintendo fan, to be. Either of their games generally, or some of their business choices, shall we say. Whoa! Guy hits like a truck. What's the other thing? Got yourself cornered now, didn't you, dumbass? Get some of that socked before I die. I really showed that wall behind him, what for? We got him? We got him. You sneaky little shitbag!
Stay down!
Zzz, plural. Sneaky little shitbags. Oh. Baldur's Gate and KOTOR are on Android? No. At least I don't think so. Pretty sure they wouldn't run on... Actually, you never know, they might run on your phone. Actually. Baldur's Gate was only a 4 gig install back then. In fact, it wasn't even that. I had a 4 gig hard drive and it installed comfortably. So... I think it would work. Oh, okay, I missed about half chat there. They did put it on, well, on Android. That's cool. I might have to look into that. I don't think I play Baldur's Gate on there. Or maybe. But like an Android controller thingamajig to play on my phone. Mind you, I've got KOTOR on PC, which is probably the way. Neverwinter Nights was disappointing to me after that. That's cool. Yeah, we're definitely pass the time on a long journey quite nicely, that. Mainscape Torment. Yeah. Yeah, KOTOR 2's Obsidian ruining a possibly good game again. As they tend to do. But the first one was good.
Who's next?
That guy. They will not shape these guys, which is charming. So that guy taken out. I'll find out where this goes. How's the dead guy still shooting me? Son of a beeswax. Oh, I'm not dead! Move! Move! I forgot that keeps happening. Got resurrected and then forgot it happened. I was waiting for it to reload and start me over. No! Less shooting, more dying on your part. Not on my part. Jesus, stand still, you idiot. Feel bad about that.
It's over.
It's just bloody well. I only died just my own dumbassery then. As well as the getting beaten. mud made a nasty sound when I dropped into it. Yeah, there you go. Xbox controllers pair via Bluetooth. Yeah, problem is a separate, like, you need to click the two together, which I suppose you can get attachments for that, Barry. Not that I have an Xbox controller, so don't make fun of that. Yeah, Xbox is definitely pulling off their cross-device play ambition, bit by bit, quite nicely. You off to bed, Rooney. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Catch you soon. Classic tea bag. The guy didn't die when I told him to. It seemed like an appropriate thing to do too. Where's this guy? I had my coach going. There he is.
How's that, bastard?
Well, they just kind of hit the decks kind of funny, these guys. They're not very stably built. That kind of makes sense with their body shape, so... I was just about to say, I think I hear footsteps. Problem is, I don't see who they belong to. There he is. That is satisfying. I brought friends. Dead friends.
It's over.
Oh yeah. Oh. Play Minecraft when you're away. Well, another one that never really caught my eye, I think, Minecraft. I've had a look, but it didn't get me fired up. I thought I'd have a few trait points by now. Summon region. Picked a few up and didn't even really register it. Cool. I've mainly been PS and I've just gone Xbox. That's Grace just gone the other way. Oh. Ghost of Tsushima is one of the few reasons that I'm hanging... Well, one of the few reasons I'm hanging on to the PlayStation. I will probably pick that up. On the other hand, if it goes across and does the whole Sony exclusives coming to PC thing, I'd rather wait and play it on PC. But I would like to have a look at that game. Yeah, that and my recent playing with controllers has shown me that I've lost the knack and I don't particularly care to get it again. Yeah, this is the same as that dungeon we checked out last time. Gotcha. Reload faster! Not for that. Right tool for the job. I had an arrow sticking out my hand there, I could just see it flickering around. The fletching, which was really weird and distracting. Couldn't really see much else. Of curiosity, has anybody seen The Day Before? That rings a bell, Arian. Haven't seen much about it. But I am looking forward to seeing Days Gone hit PC. Though I don't know if I'll get any chance to play it. Probably even less chance to stream it. But I am kind of in the mood for a decent zombie game outside of the vein of Resident Evil. As much as I love Resident Evil. Resident Evil games do have a pretty distinct style. Which is both a few. Good thing and a bad thing. You stinky git. Not that bloody sneaky. I have no heals now, which is bad news. It's less bad news as the end of the dungeon's not so far away. I do like doing a roll off the edge like that and just timing it so that it looks like you've done a flip off the balcony. The Power Rangers fan in me still kicking around. He says like he wouldn't watch it if it came on TV. Yeah, there's not a lot of this place left. I didn't think there could be. Need Final Fantasy fan. Gen's kind of difficult to get for a lot of people, but it's good to hear you've managed to pull it off there, Arian. Praying that Ghost of Tsushima comes to PC. Yeah, I think it'll excel on PC if they do a decent port of the control. There's a wizard out there. One concern I have with a possible PC version of Ghost of Tsushima is that it's got a lot in common with Assassin's Creed, and certainly the recent Assassin's Creed games, released. Certainly Origins, which is the recent one I've played so far. The PC port of that was particularly poor. Although different makers, I think, so certainly be avoided. To the point that you literally couldn't play Assassin's Creed Origins without using a controller on PC. The controls were just so bad. The mouse and key. Aggravating, to say the least. Good year to be a zombie fan, tons of zombie games and movies. Zombie movies are a bit hit and miss with me. Zombie games, again, it just depends whether or not I'm in the mood. Like I said yesterday? Last week, actually. I played a bit of Dying Light weekend before last, and saw enough to know that there's a great game under there being held back by terrible PS4 controls. Really bad. But, yeah, it doesn't have to be something that I'm in the mood for. Can get zombied out a lot. Can't find that Series X to the life of you, Grey. Not surprised. They are gold dust. Just like the PS4. A PS5 rather. Exactly, Grey. If a vampire bites a zombie, then you end up with a zompire. If a zombie bites a vampire, then you end up with a vambi. Or possibly they just die. Depending on which law you're going to go for. Although vampires have to beat zombies hands down every time. They are far cooler. Looks been good in Australia. That's alright. Is it as bad as the Dark Souls 1 PC controls? No idea, I haven't played it to be honest, guy. But to give you an idea of how bad the controls for Dying Light were, the jump key is mapped to... Hang on, where? Yeah, the jump key was R2 or R1. For some reason you're jumping with these, and who the hell wants to do that? The triangle, circle, X, square buttons, those were badly bound as well, so they just went counterintuitive in various places. And it just really didn't make sense. And you couldn't change it up. You could change the control scheme a little bit, but not in a way that fixed it. So, if I'm picking it up cheap on PC, I probably will. This should also be extremely short. If it's not, I might have to wrap up. Yeah. So if Dying Light turns out to be on PC and... Yep, thought this might be boss. King of Trials. I'll give this a quick crack and we'll see how we do, because time's getting on a bit and I'm getting very toasty right. Odd for a zombie game, yeah. Like, I saw enough to see it was clearly a great game underneath a bad control scheme, but it played bad, I couldn't keep playing it. And the same thing was kind of happening in reverse to say with Assassin's Creed Origin on, on PC. Like, you couldn't play it with a mouse and keyboard. Well, anyway. So I played it with a controller, and then it got kind of bland. Pity, really, because it was a gorgeous game in a wonderful setting. The game, the story and the quests and everything were just bland. Games with a standard controller layout. Just something that at least makes vague sense would do, to be honest, no? Worse because keyboard controls were just bad. Yeah. Yeah. Console button up. Exactly. But, also the thumbsticks bugged me on reflection as well. Ooh, this guy looks angry. Oh, look, he's a bell end. Ah, he's hearty apparently. I have no idea what that means. I think it means I got the wrong gun out. So, did he ring like a bell, or did... I think it was probably the things he was throwing. I have done enough all of this guy. I am so very dead. I'm going to be resurrected, but I can't get out of this spot. I also can't see much, which is not helpful. I don't know what this guy's vulnerable spot is, but... I got speared. Bells, the bells. And lights usually on Steam sales. Keep an eye out for Errand. Usually about $8.49. That's pretty reasonable. Very reasonable. I read something about a game developer of... Actually, it was Days Gone. No, I mentioned it. Now I think of it, rather. Saying he was... If you want games to get sequels, they need to sell well off the bat, not at a reduced price. Like, interest later at a reduced price doesn't help them get sequels made. So if you want to see a game get a sequel, buy it at full price. And he acknowledged the problem of you don't know if a game's good until after you've played it, so you don't know whether or not you want to pay full price for it. But at the same time, like, gamble your take on the off chance of getting... He was a bit of a dick about it. He wasn't completely wrong, but he was a bit of a dick. Seemed a bit salty that his game didn't sell well on launch. Sure. Oh, I forgot to change my gun. I'm gonna get screwed. I can't reload either. I'm just going to fight and try and survive. Soul's making it difficult for me to murder them. I stood still a moment, that helps. Yep, I got speared again. Moving in for time. Little late. Coach gun might be a better bet for this guy. Yeah. Like, he did just come off as butthurt about the fact his game hadn't sold that well, which I get it. As a creative, putting time, effort, energy into a project to have it just land on its arse. Well, not perform well, it didn't land on its... not as perform as well as you'd like is disappointing, but he wasn't exactly stoic about it. He wasn't exactly wrong, but, you know. £60's a lot to spend on a game you're not going to decide you don't like. Although it turns out to be bad. Ow. Can you shoot, please? There's literally nothing more annoying than clicking and having nothing happen. Well, okay, maybe there are some things more annoying. I thought I dodged that. That's a statue, not a bad guy. It's so hard to see what is going on in it. Get back here, you little midget. You see, literally no idea where that guy went. Ow, no it isn't. Ooh, that was the seat of my pants if ever there was. Oh, this is not going well. Now he's brought really big friends. Ah. Yeah, it had a really weird reception. Yeah, it did, but I didn't actually read much of the critics' response, to be honest, but just as well generally. Profoundly mistrust critics' opinions and frankly most gamers as well, but definitely a tendency in the last couple of years in particular to focus on small problems and make them blow them out of all proportion and just say something's terrible. Yeah, it's Sony not green lighting it, but they're not going to green light it unless they think they're going to make lots of money. So, oh, for crying out loud! I'm stuck in a corner. This is not a place I want to be. I'm trying to heal, will you not piss off? That's better. Right, where's the boss got to? All those frickin' spears and insta-summoned his buddies again. Well, heal then. Instead of waiting 5 minutes after I click. Back off! This is a very annoying fight. I can't see much. The little lads are doing a surprising amount of damage. There's fucking loads of them. And I can't even see them half the time. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for it, guy. In a couple of instances recently when critics and users' reviews clash. Yeah, that's definitely happened a few times. Yeah, I know what you mean. Go. I have a deep suspicion that most of that is down to the fact that bad news sells better than good news. So if they shit on a game, they get more clicks and views on their articles. Whereas it doesn't actually necessarily mean the game is either bad or that the review is honest. I know one shouldn't tar everybody with the same brush, but I'm going to tar everybody with the same brush. When it's untrue more often than it's true, then I'll change my mind. Boom! Don't stand there, you dumb blonde. Pressing the dodge button, nothing's happening. That's better. That wasn't. Where the hell did my health go? Right, one more and then that'll do it. This is a bit late for this. Neither gun seems to be a whole lot better than the other though. Second biggest game of 2019 for PlayStation. Yeah, a lot of that could depend. Well, being the number one game could have a lot to do with its release timing. Right, where are they? Never mind them. Took a mate out there. Die, you shit. See? I can't even see what's going on now. Somebody's shooting me and I've no idea where. Now then, being up here might be an idea. I might have been on to something here. There's a freaking dead end there, but it doesn't really matter because I can always go back the other way. Fuck! I need long gun ammo, I need frickin' pistol ammo. I need that guy to F off as well. I need my stamina back as well. Oh, come on. Well, I should survive that, okay.
Won't fit. Won't fit.
Right. That was not my plan, but anyway. It's going better this time. What the fuck, man? That's not fair. I was robbed there. Oh dear. Oh well. Alright, let's give it one more then. That was going better. Yeah, this is unwise. One more. They didn't show their sales counts. Like if they're not doing that and they normally do, Arian, that's usually a sign they didn't sell it. Yeah, that's what they were talking about with that article. The price on Days Gone on PlayStation is going to drop. Yeah, if the PC sales are good enough, that might make a difference. I think the key to it's being on another planet, Matt. And the jet, very nice. More fun that way usually. Some grindiness notwithstanding anyway. Where I want to be, I think. The trick here is keep all the bad guys in front of me. Woo! That's close. That's disappointing. Do run slow in this game. Oh, I've just got 2 arrows in the chest and somebody should be dead by now. Oh, that's the boss, okay. I really do not like that attack. Or this guy's existence. Ah! I'm dead. Oh, that'll have to do. That is an extremely hard boss. But I think at 11:30, that's probably late enough. Click the wrong thing then. I have not. Oh, my feet are stuck. Eesh, I'm warm now. Very warm. No life just playing games, Arian. Know that feeling sometimes. Especially COVID. MMOs is a slight problem. Yeah, you lose a lot of hours in that. Yeah, some of the MMOs work quite well as a sort of more linear RPG type experience, but most do not. Trying to 100% WoW, that's yeah, that's a recipe for disaster, I think. Sure, some people do, but I suspect they live and sleep and everything at the computer. Bit too much. Mind you, spend way too much time on this chair, so who am I to talk? Yeah, I had fun with that. That guy is really difficult. But I thought it was onto something there, because I managed to get the enemies to line up in front of me and I could just sort of spray them down quickly with the boss behind them and then not going well, but... Oh. What can we do? So sort of... I don't know. I don't want to call them elites exactly, but yeah, the slightly tougher ads that are on there. The little basic ones I've started to get down. I know I want it, but those spear wielding guys were really problematic. And suddenly he starts throwing lightning at me, and I don't know where it's coming from or what. So that was eating my health very, very quickly. That was fun. I'm sure we'll get it on Wednesday. Lots of death, and some of it was the enemies. Yep, the way to go. Ideally, want to make it mostly the enemies, but yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed that. I think we're reaching the latter portions of the game now, anyway, so I would expect it to be challenging. You enjoying GTA 2, GTA Online, Destiny 2, that sort of thing? 76. Yeah, I thought Destiny 2 was listed as being free to play or something like that on Steam. I was like, that doesn't add up to what I'm aware of. But certainly wasn't confident enough in it or interested enough to pick it up. I should have a look. Thank you, folks. Do hope you enjoyed. Have what you want, you don't need to grind too much in them. Yeah, it's definitely my preference. Though I got the impression that Destiny 2 was rather grindy. Well, it doesn't mean they haven't changed it. Yeah. In-game stage of 76 does a bit of a grind to it, but not too terrible. Nowhere near as bad as some games. Speaking of, that will be the plan for tomorrow night. Jump in 76, grind out a bit more bullion. Chase down that jetpack, which I may actually get to that point tomorrow, actually. Hopefully free up some more inventory space. I start thinking about actually rolling the Secret Service armor. I've got so many legendaries at the minute, I just can't roll Secret Service armor. Otherwise I'll just be unable to move, unless I just destroy it once I've crafted it. But, I may have to resort to doing it, but I do have kind of moral objections to destroying or selling for anything other than script legendary gear. So B2 is technically free, but all DLC is behind. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. I played the first one on PlayStation. I really liked the setting and the idea and stuff, but once I found out that the base game did not have the full story in it, and you'd have to shell up for DLCs just to complete the basic story, and so many of the bosses were like group focus that you couldn't solo. I was like, this is not. If I had a straight up decent campaign and story and that kind of a setting that focused on that and let you play through as a single player, I'd have really enjoyed it, but unfortunately that's not the way they did it. Base game in Destiny 2 is very bare boned. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me much. If they're giving that away cheaply and then pushing everything to the DLC, or like, yeah, well, they've got to make the money somehow. Doesn't seem like the sort of thing I'm going to go for, I don't think. So it was a really cool idea and setting, and I found it really interesting, but the way they structured it and the whole kind of, like, you can only do, almost only, defeat bosses in a group. Can't get through that, like, half the story is missing from the base game. I'm not buying the DLC if that's the way they're marketing it. No. I did not. Definitely a big disappointment to me, that one. Yeah, I think it's about that time. I definitely need to get a drink and open a window because it's getting warm in here. Second half of April, and the temperature's starting to climb to something that's actually worth mentioning. Mind you, according to my phone, it's only 9 degrees outside, but a lot warmer than that in here. Destiny 2's gone back to what made Destiny 1 good. Yeah, well, if you try something different and it's not good, then leaning back more in the direction of what was is definitely the way to go. But yeah, it's been time for me to wind down and unstick from this chair and stuff. So, as I say, plan tomorrow night is Fallout. I'll try and actually be here at 8. Not so many things to juggle tomorrow, so that should be cool. Yeah, be good. They're going to carry on that bullying grind, posh around, see what we get up to. Maybe not have a video tomorrow. I've got an idea, but we'll see whether or not it pans out. So, if you haven't already, a little notification bell will let you know as and when I go live or upload. Beyond that, back to Remnant on Wednesday. Thursday, we should have some Fallout news. A last look at stuff before the update goes live on Tuesday, so that should be cool. And do another Fallout stream if it doesn't take me all night to get the video out. And then back to Remnant on Friday, in theory. Although, if I can't stream Fallout on Thursday because I've finished the video too late, I may stream Fallout on Friday, like I did the last couple of weeks. So, we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, should be some good stuff. So, I'm going to love you all and leave you. So, thank you for hanging out tonight. Do hope you've had fun. It's been good. Enjoyed it tonight. As I say, if you haven't already, merch store, channel memberships, social media links, all that good stuff down below the video. You know where it all is. Thank you very much, everybody, for all the likes and all the subs and so on and so forth. Massively appreciated. Yep, Matt's done his usual honours of putting the merch store in chat, so do take a look if you're interested. But for now, I'll say have a lovely rest of your evening. Have a good day for those who are just getting up. And we'll do this all again tomorrow night with a little Fallout. Well, thank you all for hanging out. Have a good one. See you then. Bye, folks.